Hi, my name is Eniku and I work as a social media recruitment intern at G Capital in Europe. Today we're going to talk about how to enhance your brand on LinkedIn, part 3. If you haven't seen the first 2 videos before, I would advise you to take a look at those first, because they contain the very basics of branding yourself on LinkedIn. This video is more about additional features which you can add to your profile, which will give you more exposure to other professionals and also give recruiters more of an idea of who you are. It will also give you a chance to distinguish yourself from millions of other professionals with similar skills that you have. We'll be talking about how to add Twitter to your profile, adding websites, sections, additional applications, and the answers tool. Let's start by adding your Twitter to your LinkedIn profile. Go to the upper right-hand corner to your name and click on Settings. Then go to Manage your Twitter settings, where you can see my accounts that I've added to my profile. Click on Add another Twitter account, or Add a Twitter account if you haven't added one before. It will redirect you to Twitter, where if you click Authorize App, it will connect your Twitter account with your LinkedIn. Now if we go back to your profile, you can see where your Twitter handles will be. This will look nicer if somebody else looks at your profile because the little Twitter buttons will come up, so that looks much better. It's important to remember that you only want to connect your Twitter profile with LinkedIn if it has appropriate content. Think about what you tweet on a daily basis, and if it's something that you would want your professional network to see, if you would be okay for a recruiter to reading your tweets. Anybody will find your Twitter account if it's not locked, but if you even put it on your LinkedIn profile, you say, okay, this is what I do, I'm proud of it. So bear in mind that you want exposure, but you want your brand to be built positively in a way that you want to represent yourself on LinkedIn. So if you decide not to connect it, that's fine. Now let's add a website to your profile. If you scroll down to additional information, here it is, and click on Edit, you will be able to add up to 3 websites to your profile. You can choose from different categories of what your website is, but I advise you to choose Other. If you choose Other, then you can decide what your website title is. If you choose Personal Website, you can only paste your URL, and on your profile, it will only say Personal Website, Blog, RSS feed, which doesn't really give an idea of the person looking at your profile what your website is, so you're not going to drive as much traffic there. So choose Other, and I'm going to write GE Capital Europe, and copy and paste the URL here. That's all. And now if I click Save Changes, I will have it over here at Websites. And if I click it, the G Capital Europe website will come up. It looks much better this way than just having blog or RSS feed or personal website over there, doesn't it? Now let's add some applications to your profile. Go to More and Get More Applications, or Get Applications. LinkedIn launched this tool to let users collaborate and share information even more effectively on LinkedIn. So browse through these and add the ones that are relevant to your professional life. If you have a blog, you might want to add WordPress. If you like to read or want to share your reading list, you can add Reading List by Amazon. If you travel a lot, you might want to add My Travels. So if you're in the same country as some other professional that you're connected with on LinkedIn, you can meet up and network. You can also add the Events tool to help you find professional events in your area, and also to find out who's going to the event that you're attending as well. This can help you start networking even before the event, and to build relationships even before the event takes place. So let's go back and see how this looks on my profile. This is my application section. As you can see, I have events, and you can see how many people attended from LinkedIn, which is good because I can now connect with them if I want to, and even if I didn't see them at the event. And I also shared my reading list, which can connect me to like-minded professionals, and we can discuss what I'm reading and what we're thinking about the book that we're reading. Just be careful not to overcrowd your LinkedIn profile with applications. Make sure you only add the ones that are relevant to your professional life. Now let's see how you can add further achievements to your profile. You can add additional sections depending on what you want to highlight. Scroll down a little bit and click on Add Sections. Here you will see different section types, from volunteer experiences, organizations you took part in, certifications you have achieved, and so on. You just click Add to your profile. And then fill in the parts. Now let's go back to my profile because there are some other sections that you can add, which I've already added, and that's why they didn't come up when I clicked on the Sections button. As you can see, you can add projects, which are really good if you want to drive traffic to a project that you participated in. You can add team members, and you can also add the URL to your project, which means that if somebody clicks on it, then you will be taken to the project, which is quite good. Here's a courses section, you should list courses here that are relevant to your personal brand you are creating on LinkedIn. You're almost done with creating a 100% competitive personal brand for yourself on LinkedIn. I only want to show you one more thing which can help you promote and brand your profile online through LinkedIn. This feature is Answers. Go to More and click on Answers. This is a perfect tool to establish your expertise on LinkedIn. You can ask a question here, and you can also get answer questions here. If you ask a question, you will get answers through your own connections or other connections or group members, and your question will be live for 7 days. You can also answer a question, which is the best way to establish your expertise. When answering a question, you can browse through the different categories to find the one that's most fit to you, or also just choose one from the very recent ones. Let's check out one of these. You choose a question to answer, and you can either answer it yourself, or if you know someone or think you know someone from your connections, you can suggest an expert as well. If you give good expert answers, you will become an expert and featured on the Answers homepage as an expert in your category, like Safia Siad here, who has the best answers in government policy. So this is definitely good to brand yourself because you can show that you're an expert in a specific field or more fields, and you can definitely interact and network with others on LinkedIn through this feature. Your profile is now ready for networking and job search. Just one more thing. Here's some key takeaways that you should always consider. Always keep it real and be as authentic as possible, online or offline. Your headline on LinkedIn is your brand's tagline, which means it should contain your future aspirations. And don't leave your old job title in there. Keywords. Keywords are really important if you want to rank higher in search results, and so I suggest you use them well. Exposure, exposure, and exposure. Increase your exposure by joining and commenting in groups, even creating your own, or using the Answers tool, and add applications that connect you with other professionals in your network, and be proud of your achievements by listing them through the Offers sections. And last but not least, keep it professional, always. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, you can find us on Facebook, LinkedIn, and on Twitter.